I finished The King of Ravens by Claire Sager, and I am so hyped and so stressed. So we have our girl Anon. She is in her 30s, so if you're looking for a character that's not 20, Claire Sager's for you. She does actually have a severe life-threatening illness. Like, she will eventually die and is pretty much just waiting to die. Even though she knows death is inevitable, she is always searching for a cure, like always researching, studying books, trying to find something to cure her. But one night, something really strange happens, and the King of Death from the underworld arrives, claiming her because of a bargain that was made many, many years ago. Dun, dun, dun. Now, while she knew death would always find her, she didn't know it would be the King of Death that would take her to the underworld to be his bride. So of course her reaction isn't great. Either way, she doesn't have a choice and she ends up in the underworld. But of course, like anyone, she fights it and tries to fight for her freedom in this labyrinth. A labyrinth where no human has ever been and where no fae has ever succeeded. The odds are not in her favour, but we'll see. So you're probably wondering, does she escape? Does she become his bride? And I cannot tell you, because that would be giving everything away. Just know that in a roundabout way, she gets everything she wants. But there's a big plot twist with everything she wants. There's a big reveal. When she thinks she's heading in the direction that she wants to be in, she realizes that is not the safest direction. And that probably made no sense, which is why you should go read the book. It's just your classic fae and human, and honestly, that's exactly what I needed. I really missed that. I didn't realize how much I missed that until I read this, and it just gave me all the feelings that I was looking for in a book and haven't had in a while. Like, if you don't want to read fae versus human, or like your fae versus human, but fae and human and those kind of classic interactions, those classic tropes, this isn't a book for you. But if you want nostalgia, if you want those feels that you had at the beginning, at like the start of your reading a fantasy journey, this will do it for you. It did it for me, and I absolutely loved it. And there's a few twists and turns. One that I was like, okay, I think this is what's happening. I think this is what's happening. Then it kind of got confirmed at the end, and I was like, I knew it. And then the ending, the literal last page, last couple pages, I have no idea what was going on in the best way. Not like it was written poorly, I don't know what's going on, meaning what on earth just happened. We did like a complete 180 and something happened, and now we're at this huge cliffhanger, and I don't know what's going on and what's going to happen, and I need the next book now. And there's a lot of like real life feelings that's my thing about Claire Sager. That's what I loved about Cat. There was so much real world emotions. Even though she's in a fantasy world, she tied so much real world emotions into Cat. She's done the same thing with Anon. All these expectations that she's had of her life, she will never have them. Like, she's never gonna be married. She's never gonna have love. And so, like, working through those emotions with her is so real world, and I really loved that. And then obviously just like completely flipping, where now she's in the underworld with this bargain of being the King of Death's wife, and what's going to happen there. How is this going to play out? She's a weak, because of her illness, a weak human in a fae world. How is this going to play out? And she has medications from the surface that she needs to take. Otherwise she's going to die. But I thought it was a great read. Great twists and turns. Absolutely loved it. I love the characters. I love the found family. I love our main male character always. I love him. I love the way that Claire writes her women and her men. Oh my gosh, they are so good. Highly recommend it. It's actually out on the 27th of January, so pre-order, buy it, read it. But anyway, I hope you guys have the best day and the best week, and I'd love to know what you're reading right now, and you need to add King of Ravens on your TBR. Love you guys.